Rather, if Hamas lays down its arms and releases all the remaining hostages. Gaza will be demilitarized. Israel will have overriding security responsibility. A security zone will be established on Gaza.
Enveloping Jerusalem, some say cutting Jerusalem into TW. To live in peace with Israel. Given Hamas's refusal to la. Enveloping Jerusalem, some say cutting Jerusalem into TW. To live in peace with Israel. Given Hamas's refusal to la. Enveloping Jerusalem, some say cutting Jerusalem into TW. 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 To live in peace with Israel. Given Hamas's refusal to la. Enveloping Jerusalem, some say cutting Jerusalem into TW. To live in peace with Israel. Given Hamas's refusal to la. To live in peace with Israel. Given Hamas's refusal to la. To live in peace with Israel. Given Hamas's refusal to la. Enveloping Jerusalem, some say cutting Jerusalem into TW. To live in peace with Israel. Given Hamas's refusal to la.
Designating rather safe corridors for aid distribution. You can go, you can drive trucks there, and you'll be safe. Second, increasing the number of safe distribution points managed by the Gazan humanitarian foundations. And three, airdrops. That's airdrops done by the Israeli Air Force, and we're inviting others to join us. The result has been a humanitarian surge, which we're coordinating with President Trump and his team, and hundreds of trucks have gone in recent days. This is preventing hunger, but it's not prevented the global campaign of lies that we have all witnessed. The real reason that this conflict persists is not because of the absence of a Palestinian state, but the persistent Palestinian refusal to recognize a Jewish state in any boundary, okay? Now, when you give them a Palestinian state, when they haven't abandoned the goal of destroying the Jewish state, all you're doing is you're bringing the next war closer. Again, Hamas had a state. You just brought the war closer. And if you did the same thing in Judea and Samaria, right above Tel Aviv, enveloping Jerusalem, some say cutting Jerusalem into two, that's all that's going to happen. You're going to have the radicals again take it over, Iran take it over, and start a state from improved boundaries, start a war with improved boundaries. That's not going to happen. I think the solution to this problem is that the Palestinians should have all the powers to govern themselves in the places where they live and none of the powers to threaten Israel. They should obviously reform their whole education system. They should reform their whole historical outlook and say, all right, we accept that Israel is here to stay, not as a fact, as a physical or geographic fact, but as a fact of historical equity. If they want to live here next to us, they have to stop seeking our destruction. And to give them an independent state with all the trimmings, okay, is to invite a future war and a certain war. And that's something that today